hasn't filed their taxes yet? H&R Block ad. Who hasn't filed their taxes yet? It's the freaking summer. You should have filed them by April. Hi friends, so we are about to dive into episode 3 of One Punch Man. My brother gave me access to his Hulu account, so I'll be able to watch it not on a janky website, which is very, very fun. And it looks like some very other stuff popped up, including, basically there are some things that are popping up of like, oh hey, there's this, and there's this, and there's this, which is very, very cute. Some of it looks really fun. Also, there's some stuff on here that might be on, I'm curious to see if it's on here, not Crunchyroll, but the point is, basically no sketchy websites, which is great. But I'm excited to dive into episode 3 of One Punch Man. I have officially seen the quality of the animation has gone down quite a bit. I see it definitely now, maybe because I was made aware of it, and then I just was like, boom, boom, pointed it out. I probably wouldn't have... Odds are something would have happened where I've been watching and be like, well, something weird was about that fight scene, or something weird was about this and that. I wouldn't quite realize it until it hit me later on, but because y'all said, hey, quality of the animation goes down, I was able to pick up on a lot of the pieces of, like, what that animation difference is. But, a lot of craziness. Some announcements to make. Well, there's not really many announcements today. The main announcement is that I've decided to join ReactorCon, so now that we're almost in July, I've got to sit down and plan what my schedule will be, especially because I have no idea what that week will look like in terms of work, so I gotta get some stuff pre-planned and pre-recorded. I do have some idea, but now I gotta sit down and actually, like, schedule it out. I also have some other stuff I need to sit down and be an adult about and schedule it out as well. Other than that, really not much else. Again, expect an announcement. I was going to wait until August to announce what the show will be after One Punch Man, but maybe I'll announce it during ReactorCon. We'll see how that plays out since it's near the end of July, and, might as well. Other than that, there's really not much else to say in terms of the show. Writing's still pretty good. Some really cool character interactions, but of course now we have our big bad. Agaro, I guess, who, there's like, not Silver Fox, I forget his name, it'll come back to me when I watch the episode, but they were like, oh yeah, Silverfang will take care of it, and I'm curious to see if they want him to take care of it, because Garo looks like a really young version of Silverfang, so I'm curious to see if maybe he's his son, or he's his former apprentice, and decided to, because I think there was something mentioned about that last season about an apprentice leaving or going missing or something. But I'm curious to see if he, instead of deciding to fight monsters, decided to pull a Saitama and work on getting stronger, but to emulate monsters, not find a way to beat monsters. But what I'm looking forward to the most is probably the character interactions, how maybe King will grow, how Blizzard will be affected by Saitama and others, but clearly right now Saitama is getting himself some really nice people around him, which is pretty cool. Some really powerful people as well, but people who kind of need some guidance, and Saitama in his strange, apathetic, but kind of not apathetic ways, he's apathetic about things that don't matter, and he cares about things that do, now that we've seen a little bit more, now that I've gotten to get to know Saitama better. The point is, I don't know what the point is, I keep saying that a lot, but I'm curious to see how these characters will be affected by Saitama. That's all that really matters. And those are all my announcements, so let's just dive right in. But for those of you who are following along on YouTube, there'll be a countdown. Don't worry about it. There's a full version of the show, of reaction, if you pay attention to that. Oh, we're getting Garo's backstory. He did work for Silver Fang. Or he did. I like this intro a lot, but I prefer the first one. So he did. He was a disciple of Silver Fang. And it didn't work out. He said he has no talent for martial arts, but obviously in his anger and resentment and bitterness. I do what I can say I can appreciate about Hulu is that they give you subtitles for the songs. Interesting. We know we are heroes. Why were you born of evil? I should tell. So, we're also getting... So, what's cool about it is that the first season really was about understanding Saitama and who he is, and then kind of introducing the characters around him. Now, this season is very much a... I think it's the same band who did the first intro. Now this show is very much a... Oh, gosh. There's a word for it. Something cast. I forget. Anyway, point is, it's not just about him anymore. But how he kind of affects people and how people are beginning to, you know... Basically, our world's gotten a little bit bigger. So that was... Oh, so that wasn't... So I think that was Master Bang. Oh, okay. So I misread the first situation. Oh, no, it's Silver Fang. I was right. This is weird. Oh, Bomb. That's the other guy. So that is somebody else. Garo. So it was the guy who was mentioned in the first season. I do love... I know it's a Japanese thing, but I love how they're sitting. Pushed him away to protect him. Forgot what Silver Fang's real name was. No, I used to consider him a burden. Well, maybe he's kind of interpreting it that way, but he doesn't want him to be in danger. Of course. But can we just appreciate that King and Blizzard just hanging out in his apartment? Don't call him that. I know I forgot to. But if Silver Fang can beat you up, Garo can destroy you. Two things happened. One, there's Garo, and two... Oh, no, that's what's going on. Don't touch Moomin Rider. Oh my gosh, these are the tank tops. Oh, he got all the tank tops together. I love it. What is that thing? Ooh. Is that the Class S tank top? It is. Tank top master. So he's physically powerful as well. Kind of what King should be to a degree. Oh, I love the way how he protected his face from the rocks by doing like this. That's why he's a tank top master. So odds are he probably was the original tank top and the others followed in his path. He's crazy. Yeah. I don't think they're all related. I think they just call each other bro. Those two are related, though, we know. This is bomb. Is that wrong? Alright, when the halfway point, I've got to pause because there's a lot going on. He is human because he's bleeding. But there's this monstrous intent inside of him. Aw! Oh, Moomin! That's not going to be the end of it, though. Whoa, F-word? Is that in the previous season? I don't remember that. Oh, gosh. She's gonna tear him to pieces. Look how he's anime with his sharp teeth, though. Were there F-words in the previous season and Crunchyroll just edited them out? Moomin, honey, boy. Stop that! He's gonna tear him to pieces. He is monstrous. Oh, gosh. And he's not doing anything. He's freaked out. Didn't work. He got taken out. If they're out still, they're dead. There's no way they're knocked out like that unless they're all comatose if they're not dead. Oh, those are all Class C's right there. Yeah, unfortunately. His nose. That's such a bad idea. He's right. He should be class S. Oh, has he got allergies? But he wants to make himself a monster, so it's interesting how we never get to see his eyes. They're not dead, so I'm happy there. Oh, they're for you. Well, at least they're all alive. That's which is really I'm really thankful for. I like the animation of the banana. That's actually kind of fun. Doing tank tops. Well, yeah, because you fought him the most. Have a banana. Okay, so we beat those guys up. This is very interesting interaction. I know I haven't been saying anything, but I'm trying to figure out how to wrap my head around this interaction. It's interesting how he is just going after monsters. But that's interesting though. We see this vicious evil monster who's just tearing into heroes. But then you see the way he just so calmly and nicely interacts with the kid. Because the kid's not a hero. It's not really a threat for him. No, it doesn't talk about his skills. Yeah, he's right. That's true. They're big, they're powerful, swing your fists. But Goro, yes, he's right. Because he's built precisely to be a hero that way. I know I haven't been saying much, but this episode's really, really cool, actually. No, he's being rude, yeah. His stamina is fine. Thing is, though, Saitama's super powerful, but he needs to be more than that. He needs to be smart about it. I think actually it's a really good idea, to be honest. $3 million. Wow. We saw him before. We've seen him. Dude's drunk, though. Look at his face. He's all red and splotchy. He's been there for a while, drinking a lot. Dude's drunk as a skunk. Ooh. He's drunken. He knows exactly who he's dealing with. Interesting. Oh, so he was faking it. Ooh, he did get him, though. That was nasty. That's interesting, though. Every time he fights, he keeps getting himself beat into and torn into. So he is drunk, actually. That's actually really cool. He's really cool, actually. His style, how he does that. Oh, he's interesting how he's dodging all. Okay, I know I shouldn't pause. I know. But with the whole stupid, so I am paused at 18:13. I have to pause. So the stupid ads for Hulu, I missed the halfway point for the episode. Where I paused at 18:13 on the episode, and that includes if it has the Viz beginning. This guy is nuts. He is crazy. And I haven't even been talking a lot because I've just been trying to take it in. And the way Hulu does their subtitles is a little weird, it's throwing me off a little bit, and I'm having a hard time kind of following along. This guy is crazy, though, powerful. But it is interesting how he keeps letting himself get beat up and hurt every time he fights. He gets the crap beat out of him, but then he ends up coming back and destroying them. So I don't know if he's just playing the role of the monster, where the monster gets beaten into before he does his really final destruction thing, or if it's just a reminder that if he keeps allowing himself to get hurt and taken by surprise, or at least, then he'll grow more invincible. I don't know. I feel like it's a strategy to him getting hurt. That's not just him getting hurt. Or him not knowing what to deal with. And it might be just one of the things where he gets hurt because he doesn't know what he's dealing with, and as soon as he allows himself to get hurt and sees how they deal with that, then he knows exactly how he should take them on. So he comes across at first as someone who doesn't know what they're doing, who's kind of gets hurt. I don't know. It's interesting. So I think it's purposeful, him allowing himself to get hurt, so he can watch their style and what they do and how they react. But Golden Ball is drunk as a skunk. But he still thinks he can take him on. So, but also his interaction with that kid was very interesting. But I understand that he wouldn't be so destructive and threatening just yet, because I don't think in his mind, I don't think he's a monster yet. He wants to be a monster, but he's not one yet. So there's no blood destruction yet. For him, in his eyes, to make himself stronger and more of a monster, he has to destroy heroes. So the kid's not a threat. The kid won't. It's being like a master chess player dealing with a newbie. There's no satisfaction in destroying the newbie like that, because they obviously can't pose a challenge. The kid's not going to pose a challenge for him. But in his eyes, I think once he reaches the actual full level of monster, whatever that is for him, whatever that's supposed to look like, then destruction everywhere, I'm assuming. Anyway, I just had to pause because there's a lot in my head, and I was forgetting it all, and I was like staring and not talking, and just was this is kind of a rough reaction, because the ads for Hulu are just throwing me off. Play now. So, is Golden Ball and Mustachioed Man... Spring Mustachio. Oh, I was right about the mustachio part. Are they must be just like best friends or something. But they do patrol together, they do work together. And I do love the fact that the guys who look so different, whose styles are so different, are partners in this. The sounds he makes are weird. I have to admit, that's really cool. His sounds are weird. I have to admit, though, that, that's cool. So he really allows himself to get really, really hurt. Oh, and his hits are dangerous. So I was right. He waits and watches. These poor guys are getting this crap kicked out of them all the time. And now they talked about the animation style doesn't look great. It's been kind of weird, but I don't know. This episode seems pretty good compared to last episode. He does not fight. So he's using the fact that he's kind of... He's a perv. He's just a jerk who somehow has made himself on the board.
Go. Now.
No, he's looking at the, he's getting the wig so he can pose as Drunko. Cool. I love that. I love it. Knocked him out. Wow. That was amazing. Anyway, I'm gonna talk over this. I have to admit, these ads for Hulu are throwing my rhythm off. So either I've got to find a way to work around them, or I've got to find a way to work with them. So next time I record this reaction, I'm gonna work with the ads, and I'll try to pay attention to like time and stuff like that, and I'll work with the ads. I'll do countdowns, so that way when the ads are playing, I can talk a little bit about that section and what's going on. So this time, I edited it in a way to cut the ads out to work with that. But this next episode, episode 4, I'm going to work with the ads instead, just because it'll be a little easier on me, lets me get my thoughts out. It's going to be weird. Again, I just kind of hate playing all the stupid ads on Hulu, but they are what they are, whatever. Anyway, I do like the outro. Again, it's another sweet one. But Garo is finally in his match because, like that, he got taken down. It's so obviously a wig. Yes, am I. Look at it, it's like filmed just like a fight scene. Ooh, the next episode is called The Metal Bat. Oh, cool! What's about Metal Bat? Alright, Ooh, let's talk about that episode. Okay. So, irritating ads aside for Hulu, I do actually really enjoy this episode. The foul language kind of threw me off, because I don't remember that language being in the previous season. But again, Crunchyroll could have edited it in a way that didn't come across. Again, or maybe because it's under a new company, they're allowing certain things, so that was unpleasant to experience that foul language. But I do really enjoy this episode a lot. I love getting a chance to see Garo. I was right about him, so that was pretty cool. And even though he no longer associates himself with Silver Fang / Bang, he dresses a lot like him, actually, which is fascinating. And it's interesting to see how much he's powerful, but he's not powerful. And even though, what's funny is that there actually are other Class S heroes. Like, Tank Top was beating the crap out of him. He was winning. But as we've learned, Garo does kind of let himself get kind of roughed up a bit before he goes in for the final cut, or final attack. He kind of plays it, allows himself to kind of play the fool almost, makes him confident, maybe cocky, so they get sloppy, and then boom, just takes him right out. So that's kind of cool. But also I think because, again, he is just human. He wants to be a monster, but he's not really there yet. I guess we'll see as the season goes if he actually does reach that monstrous level. We'll see for certain. And of course, being the motivator, what's funny? That we saw these Class A heroes, they knew who it was Garo, the hero hunter. To be honest, between Garo and Stain, like from My Hero Academia, Stain freaks me out a lot more than him. But for Garo, it's funny how he, without realizing it, goes after Saitama, doesn't work. Saitama doesn't even realize who he's across from, because he doesn't pay attention much. Does the same thing to him and knocks him out. Defeats the hero hunter, very briefly, but he does, which I'm sure will motivate Garo in a new way, so that way he can, and of course he'll become obsessed with him, much like Assassin Guy is. What happened to him? Did he disappear? I think he got away. I think he did. I'm not sure. I can't remember. He's in jail again. I don't know. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. There's much else to say this episode. I feel like the animation was actually pretty good. There's some moments with Jonas's arms, but there are moments with how the banana looked and other things that are oh, that's not too bad. And some of the ways that the fight with Mustachio and with Golden Ball looked really good. A lot of the directing of it was pretty cool. So there was moments that scene was actually looked really beautiful. So, and I'm curious to see if next episode will go back down. So what I don't like is maybe the inconsistency of it. We'll see about it. But that wasn't too bad actually compared to last episode. Last episode had some janky moments. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, share with your enemies, and I'll see you next time.